July 22, 1991, Milwaukee police receive a call from a man named Tracy Edwards, terrified, handcuffed, and claiming he barely escaped from a killer's apartment. That killer was Jeffrey Dahmer. When officers walked into Dahmer's apartment that night, they had no idea they were standing inside one of the most horrifying crime scenes in American history. But here's what most people don't know. Even after entering his apartment, the police almost let him go. And the reason? They missed three critical details that could have changed everything. Detail 1, the smell that everyone ignored. Neighbors had complained for months about a strange, foul smell coming from Dahmer's apartment, one described as rotting meat. When the officers stepped inside, that same stench filled the air. But Dahmer calmly told them it was from spoiled pork and broken fridge meat. He said, "My freezer stopped working." And the officers believed him. They didn't notice that the smell wasn't coming from the kitchen at all. It was coming from a blue barrel in the corner. Inside that barrel were dissolved human remains in acid. If they had checked that barrel first, Dahmer wouldn't have had another second of freedom. Detail 2, the photos in the drawer. While one officer stayed with Dahmer, the other began looking around casually. He opened a bedside drawer, expecting to find some ID or documents. Instead, he found Polaroid photos, dozens of them. Each photo showed dismembered bodies, arranged in Dahmer's apartment, the same room they were standing in. At first, the officer thought they were art photos or maybe a horror magazine. But then he realized the wallpaper in the background matched the room he was standing in. That's when he said to his partner, "These are real." Only at that moment did they finally handcuff Dahmer. Until that drawer was opened, Jeffrey Dahmer was calmly standing right beside them, smiling. Detail 3, the locked bedroom door. When police first entered the apartment, Dahmer immediately tried to lead them toward the living room. He kept saying, "Let me get the keys for the handcuffs." But the bedroom door was locked, and the keys were inside that room. If officers had simply forced the door open, they would have discovered a horrifying scene. A blood-stained mattress, a skull inside the fridge, and a total of 83 Polaroid photos documenting every one of Dahmer's victims. That door held all the evidence of his crimes, but at first police hesitated to open it. They didn't realize the key in Dahmer's pocket would expose one of the darkest secrets in modern crime history. After that night, Dahmer confessed to killing 17 men and boys. He described every detail with chilling calmness, no emotion, no guilt. But the truth is, if Tracy Edwards hadn't escaped that night, and if one officer hadn't looked inside that drawer, Jeffrey Dahmer might have continued his killings. Sometimes justice doesn't begin with an investigation. It begins with one person brave enough to run and one officer curious enough to look closer. If you want to hear more about the details police almost missed, don't forget to subscribe. The next story might be even darker than this one.